So my wife Tracy and I were having an interesting discussion the other day about screen time. The kids are out of school now. It's summer vacation, and they're starting to gravitate towards the 3DSs, the you know playing Minecraft on Xbox 360, grabbing a phone or looking at Stampy videos or Minecraft videos on YouTube online, things like that, and it's nice weather out and whatnot. I mean, I don't mind them doing some of this stuff, but they tend to take it to extremes. And we were sort of kicking around the how do we start imposing screen time limits again or things along those lines? I assume it's a similar situation in you guys' household.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a little bit luckier that my kids aren't quite as into a broad spectrum of gaming as yours are.
Oh, mine are
Um,
obsessed. It's
yeah,
pretty bad.
like my kids have very particular things, and they're like my daughter's 7, my son is 5, and they have things that they particularly like. My son is all about Minecraft,
Hmm.
Minecraft, and then anything Lego. So the Lego Star Wars games, Lego Batman, Lego Marvel, even Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. He'd never seen the movie. Somehow he knew who Jack Sparrow was, but he still he loved those games. So it's I found it's been okay to kind of manage that because they're not really into 3DS unless we're reviewing something. They play a little bit of stuff on the phone, but it's mostly like when we're on the road or
Hmm.
or when we're like waiting and we're trying to just kill time. Um, my daughter, her biggest thing to do online nowadays is she's on YouTube looking at craft videos, and Nerdy Nummies is a show that she loves, a series of videos. So she's learning how to bake. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me if she wants to learn skills, learn new art craft projects and that. Um, yeah, so
My kids have been
yeah,
hammering Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix recently. So
yeah.
and it's not that they're not learning anything from it. Although it's cute sometimes. I watch them pretending to they're doing martial arts kind of stuff, and they're pretending to water bend or fire bend or air bend or whatever. That's pretty much the education that they're getting from the videos.
True, yeah. I mean, my kids are Netflix fiends as well, but I mean, I'm okay with Netflix in the sense like my kids they don't watch TV. They only ever watch Netflix now,
Yeah, we're at that
which
point too.
like my kids they get upset when commercials come on because they don't understand what commercials are. I'm like, that's okay with me. You can not want to watch this show because they keep making you watch commercials. But they're also getting into like shows from the 90s. They're like spun in 2000s. A lot of the Nickelodeon shows and Johnny Test and SpongeBob and even some of the older like Tom and Jerry cartoons they're loving,
Yeah.
which is just unexpected. So we kind of make that their TV time then.
Hmm.
And one of the little secrets I love about Netflix is when my kids watch a show, they're watching 22 to 24 minutes of a show. They're not watching 30 minutes, and they're not watching like 6 to 8 minutes of commercials.
Right.
So they don't really realize that they're kind of being cheated out of a little extra show watching because they still get to watch a program.
Yeah.
So that's one of those little secrets is it kind of works out in our favor as the parents.
Yeah. The Penny Arcade guys had an interesting discussion about one of their posts, talking about if my kids are doing something creative online, whether it be like playing Minecraft, I don't feel they're doing something creative. They're using their brains and exercising their minds. I would not consider that screen time. I told my wife this, and she totally disagreed. Obviously, because our kids would sit there and play and do stuff in Minecraft for like 3 or 4 hours at a time if we let them. So I mean, I think to me, I see where they're coming from, but they're also as they've deemed themselves professional nerds. So they're into all that kind of stuff, and they like their kids are into all that stuff. I think there's a happy medium to be found personally, because to me, I'm always about balance. You balance exercise and eating and video gaming and all that kind of stuff. It's not easy, and sometimes I find it's very easy to just sit the kids in front of Netflix or YouTube for a little while I'm doing dishes, or Tracy's like folding laundry, or just the various day-to-day chores that we have. But still, at the same time, we can't. It's easy to get. I guess it's the easy thing to do to let that be a babysitter while you're doing stuff. But to me, it comes down to balance at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, pretty much with everything you said. Of all the things my kids could be playing, Minecraft is definitely at the top of the list, because they're learning things when they're playing, whether they realize it or not, and they're being creative, and they're exploring, and they're having fun, and and they can be silly, and create wacky things, and even my son's learning how to use all the motion tools now. That's his new project, is to figure out how to make things that don't just sit there but actually do stuff. You don't get that experience elsewhere. And I mean, I know there's other PC options, but we're not really a PC gaming family. So if we can stick to the to Minecraft and explore everything that has to offer, yeah, I don't want them to do that instead of going outside and playing. And they don't, but it's definitely, for me, yeah, it's one of the most important gaming innovations of this generation. For my money, after like Wii Sports, I almost want to put Minecraft right up there. And I say that as somebody who doesn't all we do is we play creative mode. We just like to build and create stuff. We're not even getting into making or trying to survive. We just make things. The kids want to build a big ship, we build a ship. They want to build a castle, I'm laying out moats. That's how we roll, and Minecraft is fantastic for that.
Yeah, and it's the one game my kids keep coming back to. No matter what review games we get or new games that come out, eventually they go back to Minecraft all the time. That's their go-to anymore. That and Pokemon, but I think the one that all their friends come over. We get 4 controllers on the Xbox. They're playing the Xbox 360 Minecraft. It's just incredible that seems to endure because of just like you said, the creativity and the silly things they do with it.
Yeah, and as much as I'm not a fan of pointless little microtransactions, we've paid $1 or a couple of bucks to buy new skin pack, or not skin packs, not the characters, but the tile sets, because the kids they want to play in the candy with the candy colored levels. So okay, earn it, and I will gladly spend the whole $1 so that you guys can have candy colored levels.
Unfortunately, my kids have been buying skin packs and not telling me. That one they get a talking to about that one. All of a sudden, I see an email come in from Microsoft. Thank you for purchasing this $3.99 skin pack. I'm like, I didn't buy a $3.99 skin pack. And then I call home and have my wife yell at the kids for, for basically going on Daddy's account and using his Xbox credits.
Yeah, we had a similar-esque experience when my son decided to use the Apple TV to buy Rio 2. We had kind of planned on buying it because the kids enjoyed the movie, and it was good. But he had gone on his own, and apparently the Apple TV stored the password, so he was able to buy it. But at least I say, thank goodness he bought it and he didn't rent it, because if we were going to buy it anyway, renting it just would have been a giant waste of money.
Yeah.
So small mercies.
It's funny. I talked to my wife about the screen time thing. I told her we were probably going to be talking about this, and she's almost a bit of a Luddite, because she's like, she's not a fan of the amount of time the kids are on the screens. We tend to disagree about this one a little bit. I think a little bit of time, especially if it's doing something creative, isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I know she'd like to cut back severely on the amount of times they're on the screens, and I understand why, because you give an inch, they take a foot, right? and that's a bit of a problem. But I don't know. Discussing it with your significant other is a part of it, I think, and making sure you guys are sort of on the same team and on the same page about it, no matter what the decision ends up being, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's where I'm happy. My wife and I, we are on the same page. That you know, she doesn't really get Minecraft, but she gets that the kids love it so much. So she's on board if that's what they're going to play and that's what they're going to enjoy. That's a good option, and maybe the best option we're going to find.
Yeah.
So that works out nicely too. So
I mean, there's some really nice tools actually too, depending on the especially the Xbox 360 has what I sometimes do is if I think the kids are playing around too much, I put on the family timer, and that family timer is amazing because it's just okay. You get an hour a day, or you get an hour and a half, or 2 or 3 hours a week or whatever. Use them wisely because once that timer goes off, you are done for the rest of the day, and the thing will automatically shut off basically. I can't remember if the Xbox One has it. I know you're the Xbox One guy. I just got mine a little while ago, and I haven't really fully played around with the family settings yet. But I know the 360 has it, whereas the PS3 really doesn't have those hardcore family settings yet.
yeah, I don't know if the Xbox One has it because it's not really something I've ever bothered with.
Yeah.
Like my kids don't play the Xbox One. There's nothing on it for them, which is
you could have stopped it. There's nothing on it, and been almost correct too.
Yeah, so
it's a launch call. It's sole problem though.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only amount of time my kids have spent on it was my son played Lego Hobbit with me a bit. But I tell you right now, like I'm enjoying this conversation and all, but man, I want to go play Minecraft. As much as it's addicting to the kids, like I just want to play that game. It's so well, for what it is and for how simple it is. It's so like amazingly addictive that I just want to go in. I like going in and making stuff for the kids to explore.
Yeah.
So the next time they come in and play, it's what's Daddy added to our castle today. We're building a dungeon right now because every good castle needs a dungeon. So, they like to pop in and see what I've added while they've been sleeping. And I probably will now end up doing that in a few minutes.
Well, you go and enjoy that then.